After helping over 100 different auto styling shops scale their business and starting my own, I've found that there are 4 key things that you need to master in order to get to 100K plus per month. And the first one is going to be getting customers. Throughout the entire journey of scaling your business, you're going to need to be able to consistently bring quality customers in at a high ticket. You need to master getting and closing leads. This is the core of your business, and without leads, without sales, you have nothing. So each time you find a profitable way to acquire customers, to get new clients, you need to max it out and then add another. This is going to be the foundation of your business, and as you scale, you're going to need to consistently be able to bring more and more customers to maintain profitability and continue scaling as quick as you can. So what are the main ways to actually do this and make it happen? There's going to be 2 sides of customers that you can get. There's retail and commercial. Retail is just the everyday customer who's coming in. Commercial is going to be dealerships, trucking companies, etc. The top 2 ways to get retail clients are going to be Google ads and Facebook ads. Each of them have their own pros and cons. Google typically is going to take longer to optimize, but it's going to get higher quality leads. It's also going to be a little more per lead, but again, you're getting higher quality. Facebook, you're going to be getting leads straight out the gate. Day one, you're getting leads with Facebook. You're getting a lot more leads, but they're a lot lower quality. So Facebook will make you faster money, but it's harder to make the money because you have to call more leads. Google takes a little longer to optimize, but long term, it's probably going to be better. It's easier to manage for the business. Now, they typically end up having the same return on ad spend, but again, Facebook, you just have more effort to get that return. Now, the top 3 things to nail in order to effectively run Google ads are going to be your keywords, your ad copy, and your landing page. Those are the 3 main aspects of any Google ad campaign that needs to get hit in order to effectively scale any campaign up. So you want to make sure you've got high intent keywords that actual quality customers are searching, not cheapest window tint near me, cheapest ceramic coating near me, anything like that. Make sure it's high intent customers who've got money and can afford to pay. You also need to have a strong ad copy, so the headlines and the descriptions that align with your keywords. So when a customer looks up expert window tint near me, you're the one who pops up, and not only you're the one who pops up, but your ad is based around expert window tint in whatever city it is. That way the customer feels like, okay, this is what I looked up, and your ad is exactly what they're looking for. Then once you're at that point, you've got the keyword, you've got the headline and the description to make them click. Once they actually click though, you're gonna need a way to convert that click into a lead. So you need to have a good landing page that actually takes those clicks and collects the info, or else you're just wasting money. Now, the biggest factors of a good landing page are going to be site loading speed, headlines, and alignment with the keywords. So big thing with Google ads is essentially make sure you have high intent keywords, and everything downstream just needs to align super well with the keywords that you're using. Now with Facebook, there's going to be three main things as well that need to get nailed. They're going to be slightly different from Google. Facebook, you need to focus on your audience, your creatives or your videos, and then your offers. You need to make sure, obviously, that the ad is being shown to the right people who not only are, looking for the service, but actually are ready to buy and have the money to do so. Once you've got your ads showing to the right people, you've got the right audience, you need to make sure you have a solid creative or solid video to catch their attention, stop them from scrolling, and actually be able to present your offer. Now, your offer is the single most important part of your ads. You need a strong offer that actually creates urgency and drives the lead to take that next step, to fill out the form and give you their info. So Facebook, audience, creatives, offer. Super simple. Master those 3 things for Facebook, those 3 things for Google, and you will have profitable campaigns. Now, the good thing about paid ads is you can get to a point where once you have winners, you put $1 in, you know that you're going to get 5, 10, 15 back out. So then you can just reverse engineer, okay, I want to make $20,000 this month. I'm getting a 10x return on ad spend. If I spend $2,000 on ads, I'm going to make $20,000 in revenue. All right, so once you've properly implemented Facebook ads and Google ads, you're easily going to be able to scale the retail side of your business, but there's still a whole nother section that you can tap into, and that's commercial work. The main thing here is going to be car dealers. One of the best ways to get consistent work is actually by just subcontracting for dealers. You do a ceramic coating for them for $900, they sell it to their customer for $1,500. Everybody makes their money, everybody is happy. Car dealers have also got a high volume of work or high volume of cars running through every single week, so you can get a consistent flow through there. Now, the top 2 ways to actually get dealer contracts are going to be using cold email and just walking in and shaking hands. Cold email is obviously easier, it's automated, it's simple, you can just scrape a list, email the dealers, automatically and then be good to go. However, you're going to get a lot less responses and it's probably going to take longer to lock down contracts than if you just walk in, have a genuine conversation, and kind of kickstart things. So what I would do is for the first couple deals, just walk in, have a good conversation, tell them what you're about, and then start your cold email once you've locked in your first few contracts. Either way, be straightforward, don't waste anyone's time, explain why you're there, how you're going to provide value, and see what you can get done. All right, so once you've got the retail side and the commercial side unlocked, you're getting tons of work. You're going to need to hire installers to actually fulfill or help you fulfill all of this work. Now, this is tricky. Getting good installers is very difficult, and most of the best are either already running their own business or already working for someone else. Now, the best way that I've found to hire good installers is just by looking within your own network. Who do you know that might be a good fit? Do you have any friends who've got past experience? Do you have friends who might know someone who's got experience? That type of thing. Now, when you are hiring, the number one thing to look for is really just a good attitude. I have less experience myself in hiring installers compared to marketing and sales, so I'm not going to go deep into exactly that. But in general, you want to find someone who's got experience and who has a good attitude and is going to be positive. Now, in addition to installers, you're going to need to hire office-oriented people or people who can manage the office and actually close deals. This isn't going to come until a slightly later revenue level, but you will need to hire this relatively soon once you've started to actually scale up and you've got profitable ads, you've got dealer contracts. You're going to need to eventually hire someone in the office. Now, you're going to need two sides here. You're going to need an office manager who can handle the day-to-day operations, customer satisfaction, help you build out systems for your business and that type of thing. Here as well, you should also be looking primarily for attitude, but also someone who's got experience in management and who can actually help you handle your operations and not just become another burden that you have to manage. And the other role outside of management that you're going to need to hire, and this is one of the most important roles in your entire business, is going to be a salesperson. So if you're running Facebook ads and Google ads and you're doing it well, you're going to have more leads than you can handle extremely fast. And at that point, you're going to have to hire someone who can go full-time and just closing those leads for you, just managing pipelines. And you need to be extremely careful with who you hire here. I can't tell you how many times I've seen someone make a bad hire on the sales side and it destroys the business. Because at the end of the day, sales are the lifeblood of your business. Without sales, you have no revenue, no profit, and no business. So when you're finding a salesperson, find someone with past experience in a similar field. You want to find someone who's got experience in low ticket sales and relatively high pressure situations, which often, selling a ceramic coating is going to be relatively high pressure. So find someone with that type of experience and someone who can actually effectively manage a pipeline, follow up with leads over the long term. Because yes, it's important to get to the lead as soon as possible, but it's arguably more important to have a system that allows you to follow up long term. So make sure to find someone who can actually make that happen and who can close deals on the phone for you. Again, this is one of the most important roles that you're gonna hire, so make sure you do it right. Now, once you've got that in place, you're getting a ton of leads, you're getting them closed up, you've got people doing the installs, managing the day-to-day, and also closing leads for you, you're gonna need to start implementing systems to create a consistent customer experience. If you really want to have an amazing reputation, a huge shop at scale, you're gonna need to have systems, you're gonna need to have SOPs or standard operating procedures in order to create an experience for the customer that is the same every time and is not only the same, but is a quality experience that they get every single time. So in this section, you're essentially out of the majority of the day-to-day. You've got installers, you've got an office manager, and you've got the salesperson. So your goal is to actually build systems for the business that'll push things forward and help you grow. Now, this is where you're going to actually get into operational stuff and figure out, okay, I've got this role. Let me build out every single aspect of it in a written and video guide, whatever you want to do, to make hiring easier and again, create that consistency. This section is not much to go over. It's relatively boring, but it's extremely important for the long-term growth of your business, and it's going to make hiring much easier. It's going to make quality control much easier once you've got set systems that you're using. Now, once you've got everything else down, you've got marketing, sales, you've got hiring and systems all down, you're just going to need to scale. Now, scaling is the fun part. You're finally out of the day-to-day operations. You've got systems in place running things for you, and your customers are happy. So you need to focus on what's going to push the ball forward. And typically in a business, there's going to be one constraint that prevents the entire system from moving forward. And your job is to figure out every single time you have a constraint, A, what is that constraint? And B, how can we most quickly solve it? Your business is going to grow until the weakest link. So rather than spending time on 10, 15 different tasks that are all minor problems, you need to find the one task that matters the most, the one task that if it were fixed, none of the other tasks, none of the other problems would matter so much. And your number one priority needs to be solving that. And this pattern repeats over and over. And from here on out, your goal is essentially just figure out what's the main bottleneck, how can I fix it, and then execute on that. Now, if you found this video helpful, take a look at this one. It's going to walk through exactly how to run Facebook ads, and I will see you in that one.